the teacher has an absolute essential role to making independent reading work. If we want to get kids to read 25 books a year, minimum, well, there are 3 keys that have to happen. They need to have books and a lot of them. They need to have time to read them every day, and it needs to be considered sacred time, as important as anything else that goes on in the day. I say quiet reading time is like recess. Has to happen. Finally, you need teachers. You need teachers who are passionate readers, who know books, who know genres, who know authors. You need teachers who do book talks every day. You need teachers who make all of this a priority. Here is one teacher that does that, and I really want you to see what she does. This is Penny Kittle. She's a high school teacher. This is her new book, Book Love, which is awesome, right? Penny Kittle is a reader. Just like her students, she keeps a log of everything she reads, and she shares it with her students regularly. They see her as a reader, as someone who's passionate about books and the ideas in them. She keeps track of all of her students' independent reading every day. Every day, when they're doing into reading time, this sheet goes around the room, and those students record what book they're reading and what page they're on. So she knows exactly who is reading what, who's finishing what, how far they're reading, how far they're coming, are they making progress. She's conferring with the students, talking with them about the book they're reading. She also has the students keep track of the books they're reading, and she has them, it's hard to read here, but this is at the end of the year. She does this each semester. The students have to list their books from hardest to easiest because she wants them to realize, first, she has a job to do, and that is to help her kids start choosing harder books as they become better readers, to start challenging themselves. She also wants them to learn that the more they read, the better reader they become and the faster reader they become. You can't see that on the bottom, but this girl, Penny Kittle, says this student was a non-reader when she entered her room. At the end of the year, she had read 23 books. Quarter 1, she read 192 pages a week. Quarter 4, she read 302 pages a week. That's what a teacher does in independent reading. It's not just pick up a book and read, right? And one of the best ways that teachers get that done, and teachers, we know this. We know that oftentimes you don't want to shove it. What you want is a nudge, right? So the great teachers, when they do this to get their kids to read, a lot of times all you have to do, you give a kid a book and say, read this book, a lot of times it's like, no. But if you walk up to a kid and you say, I know that you love dogs, and this book is about a boy who loves dogs, I think you're going to enjoy it. And a lot of times, those kids will take that book and they'll start reading it. You're nodding your head, isn't that true? Especially that book, because that's Love That Dog. That's an awesome book, right? The other thing that helps is a culture of reading. This helps teachers in the classroom because we want to create a culture of reading in the classroom, but we need to create a culture of reading in the school, in the entire school. My son was fortunate enough to go to Burley School in Chicago. His former principal is right there, Barbara Kent. You walked in that school, everywhere you went, it said, we love reading here. We love books here. This place is a place of readers. And there are a lot of Boundless Reader awardees at Burley, right? Yes? Yes. And it wasn't, if you notice, it's not just the kids, it's the teachers, it's what they're reading, right? This is from another school I did some work at. Oop. Again. Every classroom door was decorated with a book that was read in that classroom. You walked everywhere in the building, the door was decorated with a book. So we want to go back to this and figure out, how do we get there? How do we get kids reading 40, 50, 60 minutes a day, right? And how does it add up? Well, if they read 25 minutes in school, and then you say you need to read 25 minutes at home, that's 50 minutes a day. Do you know 50 minutes a day in a school year adds up to 2.8 million words. They've read almost 3 million words in a school year only with their independent reading books. It doesn't include anything else they read in other subjects that was assigned reading, just independent reading. They've read almost 3 million words.